Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to yet another political episode. So, the Georgia Senate runoff is coming our way. We are about to see finally who will win the election. Whether Raphael Warnock will win a full term as senator, or he will either be a 2-year senator. Let's just say, I will have to tell you, I've heard from the Democrats especially, they're having a hard time getting enthusiasm with Warnock, as Republicans are swarming, are encroaching into Georgia from all over. We have senators from Alabama, uh, even politicians from all over. Barack Obama currently in the state of Georgia campaigning for Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker is hopeful that he could pull this off. But let's see. All we gotta say is it's a 50-50 chance. Republicans do not have a bad chance. Democrats do not have a good chance. We're going to take a little look here on what this looks like. So, the results here. This is the polls when it comes to this. So, we predicted a red wave, right? We predicted a red wave. Legitimately, we now know why the red wave didn't come. It was because of the mail-in voting. You always have to suspect and reasons. Oh, look, Walker leading in the polls in the few days, like a day before election day. Well, you always have to keep in mind that Warnock had a good swift lead up and down the polls in, let's just say, April and July. Doing that, and that's what made him win the first round, technically, 49.44%. And compared to Walker's 48.49%, that's pretty good. We're going to take a little look here. Here is the current runoff polls. All right. We have Walker slightly below, Warnock a little ahead here. Here is our predictions. They're starting to roll in. Some people are predicting a Warnock win when we have here. So Warnock could very much win this runoff. The only question is, are the polls wrong? First off, the polls have a very big error rate, and is this the case? Ultimately, we gotta remember, mail-in voting, early voting, Warnock could very win. Even if Walker can even get up into the polls a little bit, that could still really affect him. Let's see. So far, this is good news for Democrats, looking at the polls right now. But let's take a look at the elections so far in Georgia. So Georgia is a swing state. And so far, this election, Republicans were undefeated in the state of Georgia. Taking a look at the 2022 Georgia gubernatorial election, Brian Kemp easily won against Stacey Abrams, winning a second term in office with a 53%. That is likely a decisive Republican victory here. Lieutenant governor, I don't think the maps are out yet, but the results are for sure called. Burt Jones is elected the new lieutenant governor of Georgia with a 51%, winning him over. We have the Secretary of State election. Take a look here is Georgia's Secretary of State election, Brad Raffensperger, 53% here. In the winning, let's say, he is winning re-election in the state of Georgia, flipping not only Burke County used to be it's becoming very conservative lately. Burke County hasn't been a huge contender for Democrats, and now it's voted for Republicans in every election so far. So very possibility it's now a red county. Let's take a look more. We have this county. It's typically voted for Democrats. It's now going for Republicans. This county right here, same deal. So we're taking a look here. Comes to this. So yes, Raffensperger, 53%. So what you think all these Republican victories would possibly lure Herschel Walker over, would bring Herschel Walker to the finish line? Not necessarily. Well, kinda. Well, let's take a look here on these results. Chris Carr winning a 51 percentage. Map results are still not in yet. The Labor Commissioner, it says that Bruce Thompson is elected the new Labor Commissioner with a 52 percentage. We have, once again, these polls here. We are going down, and we're going to see the state superintendent of schools, 54%. Richard Woods winning re-election once again. Once again, we're seeing here Republicans undefeated so far in these elections in Georgia. John King winning re-election, 54%. Going down here, we have another one. Let's just say, yeah, this one I believe has not been determined yet, or I'll see. According to Wikipedia, it says it is not determined. 2022 Georgia Agricultural Commissioner election. Tyler Harper. I'm going to see if he won. Tyler Harper. Let's see the news. Yes, Harper wins the Agriculture Commissioner race. So sometimes, I mean, it's a lot of elections. Wikipedia cannot keep up with them. So this is a Republican win, just to clarify, for people that haven't known. Public Service Commission, when it comes to this, we have multiple districts. So District 2, these are the commission elections, General Assembly, district attorneys, blah, 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 blah. All right. So, yes, Republicans so far are undefeated. But Democrats seem to be doing very well in the Senate runoff. So far in this race, Walker has flipped some counties. Compared to the 2 years ago, technically, speaking, almost 2 years. Because let's remember, this election took place on January 5th. So yeah, this is the first round results. And it said the first round, Republicans won the first round. So very well. And guess what? It was pretty much a big change. So yeah, first round results. You see Burke County going for for Warnock. Or it could be Jackson. Yeah, it's Whopper. Doug Collins. So yeah. Compared to this map, I like to compare these two maps. They look a little wonky and different. Tilting this way so far, we gotta take a look and acknowledge that Walker has flipped two counties. This county, which I don't know why it's called, and this county, which I don't know what it's called. So these counties voted for Warnock, although these counties have voted for Walker in this election. What could very much happen is these counties could go back to Warnock. However, these counties have voted for Republicans through the whole entire election process so far in Georgia. So, can it work? Can Republicans pull it off in these counties? Yes. And here's another thing. It doesn't matter how much counties you flip. What matters is the votes. We are seeing a lot of Republicans going here, Atlanta, because that's where people are. That's where most of the people are. And of course, even 30,000 votes in like uh Atlanta or a suburb could potentially give the Republicans election. So taking a look here, the election is super close. Ultimately, ultimately here, and I'm a little surprised to see the graphical summary of the chart here because the last time I saw this, I never saw this. I was keeping my eye on it, and so I was a little surprised to see these polls. Of course, Warnock is ahead because he's the incumbent, but I've heard recently that Democrats are getting a little anxious. So tuning in on these polls for the next couple days, what do you think will happen? Will Warnock win? And I'll tell you, this is one of the most importantest races in the whole election cycle. This would ultimately lead to a 50-50 split in the Senate, or the Democrats keeping a 51 seat majority. So it's very critical. Democrats hopefully wanting to keep their Senate majority would try to get this pull this election off. Republicans, although they've had a hard race, multiple hard races, and overestimated the Democrats, underestimated the Democrats a lot. They're kind of having their mind set up their place. We're seeing them all crouch into Georgia the best they can, and ultimately these polls, are saying 51 to 48. I don't believe that it's supposed to be that close. Possibly like the Nevada Senate election where it was 47, 48, 47, 47 percent. So, because seriously, yeah, sure, Warnock is in the lead. And we'll continue to see these polls bounce back and forth as we go on.